This joint terrible. Slim, when I tell you I literally looked at it, swished it, see my face,
No.
and it still went the opposite way.
And still.
These niggas here.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what part of the game is that right there. I don't understand.
You picked your beard out. Look at you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I always try to pick it out. I realize it's nappy. I didn't realize it until I started picking it out. And I said, if I don't pick this joint out more often, these naps gonna hurt when I go to the bar. These naps go. This is nappy. No, I actually got a new pick though.
Okay.
I realized the picks I had wasn't sufficient. My barber told me I need to get me a plastic pick. I kind of got them. I got a pick from the Dollar Tree. We're gonna cut it right there. And I had to realize that the Dollar Tree.
Should say what you had to pick with a fist on it like this.
Yeah, I had to pick from. Now I got a new pick. That's a plastic pick that they actually say you actually need to pick out. What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's a Homeboys Conversation and collaborations with Dating 101 Card Game. We got the beautiful Miss Siobhan Carter in her new Oasis. She rolled out on us last week.
I did.
We also got Ganged Up T. What's going on?
What's up, my people?
Trying to give a few people a little more time to get in here. Y'all know what it is.
We had the faithful people was in here on time. You saw him, Big Toke.
Yeah.
Lippy 89, Jazzy Meek, Rhyme and Reason.
Hey, Shimon.
Huh?
Listen, so last week, right, I had to read the comments.
Oh.
And they wanted to write paragraphs, man.
It be long. Yeah.
Y'all supposed to do this when she not here.
Hey.
They had a lot
so y'all know what it is. I just want a little PSA announcement. Tomorrow is also Election Day. If y'all don't understand that Election Day affects everything that you do, everything that in your company, everything in your house, everything in your street, neighborhood, and everything. If you don't vote, don't complain. Don't worry about what happened in your neighborhood and everything. If you don't vote, you will cast a ballot one way or the other. That's when these governors, these senators, these congressmen realize that you don't vote. So they don't have to worry about giving you any necessary needs that you need based off your household. So y'all need to understand that. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just telling you to cast your vote.
And one thing about
they look at it.
Rez is serious about voting. Trust me, I know. This man is not really about voting.
It's necessary. I'm just saying it's necessary. People don't realize it's counted one way or the other. Even if your candidate has no shot in hell to vote, just to show that you voted against the person who got elected, because they found out that data of who didn't vote, how many percentage of people, men, women, did not vote for them. So when they lose the people who voted for them, they realize that they have a chance of losing the next election. Might not be this one, but the next one. Okay, real quick. Let's start off with the topic at hand. That was on a flyer. So a man was married for about 10 years. He actually he was watching his kid and his nephew. He was watching them like men watch kids. They were in the room playing in his room. He paid no attention to them. Wife was out with her friends, not a problem. He hears the something fall. All was nice. He takes off in the room. Books fell out of the box that his wife had in there. You know, of course he yelled, whatever, pick this stuff up, this and the third. While he's picking up everything, he finds her journal. She had a journal for some years, but she stopped writing in it over the course of time. But yet, curiosity caught him. He said, man, it was backdated some years, but he began to read it. He read some stuff in there that started to drive him a little suspicious, so he continued on. Then he found out that his wife of 10 years actually cheated earlier in the marriage. So his question was how to bring it up to his wife and not to be seen as petty. But my question to the panel, Let's start with you, Siobhan. Finding your husband diaper and found out he cheated 8 years earlier. Do you say something at all? And what do you say?
I absolutely do, because I need to know what in the hell is going on. Yes, I was being nosy. Yes, I ain't had no business. Yes, I'm gonna blame it on the kids. But however, what happened? Why am I just finding out? I feel caught off guard. Everything was going well. I don't understand. I need all the answers. And I'm gonna have a bookmark on the page where I started his I know, so you know that I know.
It was old. It was old. He don't even look at it no more. T, you found an old diary years ago, 8 years earlier. She cheated. You keep reading. She never even cheated again based off the diary. Hey, how do you address this, or do you address it at all?
I'm going to definitely address it because that's God. God made that bitch so. You know what I'm saying? It was meant for me to find that. Like, wow, how ironic is that? What a coinky then. I found your journal. You know, it was meant for me to read. You know what I'm saying? You're not being pure in this marriage. You know, I was led astray. So I'm going to bring it up. I'm probably going to cheat too. You know what I'm saying? I need to get back. I need my lick back. You did that. I ain't even get to get my lick back. You know what I'm saying? And it probably hurt worse finding out later. Because it's like, damn, she really got away with it for all these years.
Right.
And I never knew.
And
it's like a slap in the face. Yeah. I've been treating her well. She probably still cheating and just got smart and stopped writing it in her journal.
You're right.
That's crazy.
You're right.
I'm bringing it up, of course. I gotta bring it up.
But
I don't think I feel the same way y'all felt. Because I always gotta understand. Now and again, it all depends on where we was at in our relationship. If we were at a bottom place, I don't agree with it, but I see it happening. And I'm not gonna, you're shaking your head, T. It's not like I'm not gonna be mad that she went out and got, but I can understand. It's like, okay, I'm gonna still be upset that you've done it and you got away with it so many years. And I'm gonna be more upset that you were so bold enough to write it down and not burn this book afterward. But people do believe that. I know plenty of people who have that. They're like, you know, and honestly, true, T, there are some people who want to get caught to get it off their chest. So I can agree. You might be right. There are some people that's like, this bothers me so bad. And I want to let this person know, but I can't. And I finally want to get it off my chest. It is what it is. But like you said, she might have got much better. So who knows?
Would y'all stay? Would you stay in the marriage?
Depends on how good the relationship was.
I stay on how good.
Well, let me say this. Everything is going to stop being suspicious though, because now all these girls' night out, I'm really looking at your story now, like hold up. Like that's the only thing, and it's like I would have to really feel like that was a one-time thing, because now everything seems suspicious. I called you the other day. Everything to me.
Because
everything sounds suspicious.
I'm cheating.
You say you cheating.
I'm cheating. Marriage is a sham. I ain't cheating the rest of this marriage. You have a girls' night out, I'm going out too.
Oh my God.
Don't got to be worried about what you're doing. You're gonna be worried about now. She gonna be worried if I'm gonna get back, which I am.
Yeah, we already know that. We already know that.
You said it is.
I'm just God.
So, Darius, DP2 FAMU06, Darius said, hashtag, I can't talk. Hashtag bookmark laughing. Big Talk says, Siobhan, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? She laughing at T.
Hey, I hope she would never put it. We was in our bed. Now that's a done deal.
Nah, that's going too far. The real Queen Singer said, I want to know what's going on. Big Talk says T said he get his lick back. Absolutely. Hey, Killer,
absolutely. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, moving on. There was a dating, what they call matchmaking service. Matchmaking service that was based not off looks, but off a contract. The contract literally based how many kids y'all have, where would y'all live, dating time, time spent together. It was funny when I seen it because me and Siobhan actually done a skit that was similar like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought about that when I was named. So I was wondering, let's start with you, T. Could you just imagine yourself saying, you know what, now is my time? Could you get married with, not saying that the person is unattractive, but y'all have a specific contract of rules and regulations that y'all have to follow? How many kids, where y'all live, finance, everything was just based off the contract. Y'all not in love with each other, but y'all just going off the contract. Days to have sex, how many times out of the month, how many times out of the week, how many times, like everything was based structure off y'all contract. Could you get married in that case? Or just be in a relationship?
Am I getting paid for it?
When you go to work?
No. This sounds like a job. So you're being financially compensated for this. Other than that,
I mean, but you want to settle down?
No, not with her. No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that at all.
Miss Siobhan, you had a contract. You and the person said, "Bam, this is what we doing."
That's dumb. I'm not doing it because I'm going to break the contract some kind of way. I'm rebellious. I'm not going to do everything that's in the contract. He going to be mad. We're going to break up. So I'm not doing it. No. That's too strict. I don't like limitations like that. I don't want to be bound by a contract.
Really?
You know, we do it this
You
day.
tell me how many kids? Man, she messed around and had twins on accident.
Yeah.
That is our key. When I read this, I felt like I can do something like that because I'm a stickler for like order, like, and I can follow those. I'm a stickler for order, and I'm a stickler for a point now. Hey, look, the date was all sex day, and I didn't get none. Did we not? Do I need to go to page 56 of the contract of what we stated? The 10th of every third month is all sex day. Like what do we not get?
I can't do that. And that's boring.
Huh?
And that's boring because it's gonna be so predictable.
Yeah.
Like you know when everything's gonna happen, so it's like,
yeah, but you know it. I don't know. I just feel like I just like that type of order. I don't. Now you're right. I can know when I'm going to have sex. I know we have sex every other day. It's our schedule. Boom, 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 boom. Every other day, unless we agree to switch it up. Now it's like do. Now just because I know tomorrow I'm getting some, that don't make it boring to me. You know what I'm saying? That makes me like I might go to the gym and get that pump.
It sounds like you still in the beginning of this marriage. You in the beginning of the contract, everything seems exciting. Imagine when you get a couple years into this contract and stuff, you know.
But the contract, I need to, like the contract can be revised as time go on. Because just like you said, imagine y'all said 3 kids and y'all had, 4, or imagine y'all said 3 kids and y'all only had 2, and y'all agreed, you know what, we don't need no more. So I mean, those things.
Can it be revised and not get paid? It needs to be revised in the beginning. If I'm gonna do that, I want to be paid for that. It sounds too much like a job. It sounds like an occupation, not a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
So they
know T
going
doing
off.
contract is going to be off of money.
Yeah.
So they going off in the comments. Quiet as kept said that's tough. Big Talk said, how much am I getting paid? Rhyme and Reason, I'm not going off no contract. Quiet as kept said, gotta be reasonable. Rhyme and Reason, not realistic. Queen Zinga, rip it up. A lot of things are beyond our control. Quiet as kept, being in a marriage is the same in a way. No, not sex days, but just the concept, like a prenuptial. Big Tokyo says exactly T. So Big Tokyo and T trying to get paid.
Yeah, normally I got a couple people in the chat that agrees with me from time to time. Her, both of them, those are my all-stars right there. They're usually on the same page as me. I appreciate y'all. I gotta get y'all some t-shirts made.
What the t-shirts gonna say?
I don't know. It might say I don't know, Team Torch or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
I don't get it.
That's a cigar? Oh, I thought that was a cigar.
Look at you.
You include your bed, are you feeling a little snazzy?
No, y'all know, because if I don't grab that, I'm gonna grab my pen and y'all gonna get irritated. So I said, let me grab something else.
What's that, CBD?
You gotta take the back. Did you take the back off of it?
Yeah, it's all.
Oh, it's a hookah.
The hookah pen.
No, it's not a hookah. It's what is it, Siobhan? It's
a hookah pen.
You know it ain't a hookah.
It's not hookah. It's black smoke, strawberry lime. Black smoke, strawberry lime. Yeah. I bought it for about $40, but it lasts a lot. Huh?
You ain't hear what I said. You told them, yeah. They had it for $40. That's the price for it too, $40. I said they selling pussy in the pen. I buy that. You saw something? They selling it for $40.
Moving right along. Okay, Kevin and Tanya was married. Kevin and Tanya is married. Tanya's mother just recently divorced her father after 22 years. They actually grew up in she actually grew up in Georgia, but Kevin and Tanya met in college. So after college, they decided to move back to New Jersey from where Kevin was from. Now, after Tanya's mother divorced her father, she called Tanya to ask could she stay with her until she kind of get herself together. Now, Kevin was upset and said no. The reason why he said no is because a year or so early, Kevin's sister got into the same predicament with her boyfriend and wanted to leave. And because Kevin's wife and Kevin's sister didn't really get along, Kevin's wife told him no. So he felt like this should apply to her mother also, but in her opinion, that's my mother. So I'm asking you all, you married. Your mother want to come stay with y'all for whatever reason. Are you taking mom's side or you taking the other side? Like, how you going to roll with this, Miss Siobhan?
Dang, where I got to go first? My mama is coming to stay with us. You're not going to tell my mama she can't come stay with us just because I don't like your sister. You don't have a bad relationship with my mother. So it's not, don't put that on my mother. You just being petty at this point and not let my mama stay. So my mama is coming to live with us. Where's she gonna go? She just got a divorce. She going through a lot of things.
Hey, that's on y'all.
Well,
I guess it's a man. Hold up. My bad, Siobhan. The other side, if it's his mother, and even though he said your family member couldn't come stay, if it's his mother,
I would want, because that's your mother. I would want, even if I don't get along with his mother, I would want her to come. She don't have anywhere to go.
Stay with that nigga. T, you got your shoe on both feet. You one way or the other. How do you feel?
I mean, her mother could come and pick her ass up, and they could go together to a hotel because she's not gonna stay with me. My sister couldn't come. My sister was down and out. My sister couldn't come, and now you want me to do you? No, hell no. I'm getting my look back again.
Y'all being petty.
You go with your mother. Keep her company. She's down, right? She's down and out. Go help her ass up. She probably don't like me any goddamn way.
So what if it was your mother, T?
She coming.
Oh.
I don't care what you say. You just gonna be mad at me. If I got to sneak my mother in, she coming. I was sneaking her into the basement. I tell her, Mom, you need something, you text me, I'll bring it down to the basement. Don't come upstairs, because if she see you, you know it's going to be a problem.
Oh, she don't know your mama down there.
Now, me on the other hand, now one, if y'all know me, y'all know how much I love my older sister. So if you got a problem with my older sister coming and I agree to it, I'm with T. Your mother not coming either. Like that's just it. I'm with T. If you had a problem with my sister not coming, and then you like, yeah, she, her and my father been to get divorced for you. Listen, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like she should have stuck around, like stick it out for better or for worse. That's what I tell her. I'm just saying. You're not going to. It's no way that I would let you tell me my sister can't come. Yet you want your mother. Now I know people say it as a difference because that's your sibling, like this, that, and the third. And this is my mother. This is my family member. This is my blood, regardless. And that's just how I feel. And if it was a shoe on the other foot and I said one of her relatives can't come, she would me. Like I guess that's it. Can you beat me? Can you punch me in my face and get away with it? Is what we gotta come down.
My mama coming.
Is what we gotta come down. It's like no. But if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm gonna be honest, all jokes aside, and I said one of your peoples couldn't come, then I wouldn't have a problem with putting my mother up somewhere also. If that's the case, then I could worry about it that way. Like, look, Jersey might not be for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just find a spot for you. That way you ain't got to worry about it. That way I can keep my home happy as well as looking out for my mother.
That's wonderful. That's great. That's such a great answer. My mama coming.
Yeah, I know.
So Big Tucker said, my mother coming too. Yes. Real Queen Zigga said, yes, mama coming. And Big Tucker said his mother too. Josh said, my mom going to be taken care of. And I have a bad relationship with my mom, but she taken care of no matter what. Okay. All right. Big Tucker said, I'm not sneaking Mom Dukes in there. She said, I can hit you with something. Quiet as Cat says, nah, anybody's mom coming. Dads can too. But it's a 12-month leash. Jokes aside, everyone had a situation. So it's a situation where what happened, I'm not a shelter.
I can agree with that. I think that's the part that, like something like that. Like, because you can't get to a point where you feel like however long you need, Mom, like, nah, Mom gotta have an exit strategy. Like that would be the only thing.
Her exit
Mom gotta have
gonna
exit.
be going to meet Jesus. Now she gotta. She going to the upper room.
You need to go in the upper room somewhere. Don't die in here. It's be haunting my mother. I'm scared of those.
The upper room. You ain't gonna make to live in that house no more, T. If she goes to the upper room,
at all.
Oh, this house getting burned. Damn, we need insurance money to move.
Soon as she goes to the upper room, I'm going to another room. Fuck that. I would not be in there. Hell no.
Real Queen Zigga said he is harsh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Too
God.
bad. Too bad. Okay, so a couple of weeks we were having a discussion. We were talking about your friends and family asking your mate for certain things. Again, another situation came up. So a couple been dating for a couple of years. His shoe plug kind of fell out. He didn't have a shoe plug. He remembered one of his girlfriend friends worked at a shoe store. He called her up, asked her if she could hold up the new Jordans that was coming out. She like that, no problem. He went, bought the Jordan, exchanged them, this, then the third. When he got home, his girl asked, what happened? I know, Slim ain't having this and third. How'd you get her? He was like, I called so-and-so, which is her friend. She became livid. She became upset. She got in her feelings. She like, don't contact my friend without letting me know. Now, in all honesty, this was the same thing like we talked about some weeks ago. Can your family members and friends contact your mate without you knowing? But let me ask y'all this. Can your mate contact your friend, regardless of the issue, without informing you of why they're doing it? See?
Yeah, but I need to know afterwards. I need to know like afterwards. Like, oh yeah, I called Reds because I asked him about such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. But if you do it and then I find out from Reds, then it's like, damn, you didn't call Reds. This is going to call Reds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, let me give it.
Hey, I don't know why that don't seem too reassuring.
It's not strong. It's not a strong yes. It's not a strong yes. It's a yeah. Like, yeah.
He got a bunch of possibles. If we play in space, he got a handful of possibles.
Yeah.
We know T got the queen of every suit in his hand. I got 4 possibles. All right. I don't know if they're gonna pass. No aces, no kings, nothing. Siobhan, is it okay for your mate to contact your friends for something, behind your back?
Yeah, so like in that sneaker situation, people be focused on getting them shoes and stuff. Go on and call, but like T said, let me know afterwards. And just like, babe, I called so-and-so because I was trying to get the shoe connect, blah, blah. So I think it's just, common courtesy to tell me afterwards.
And like one more thing. If it's a shoe plug and it's her friend, or if it's a shoe plug and it's my friend, 9 times out of 10, we both use him or her anyway. So even if I didn't know, it wouldn't be a problem if it's about the shoes. I'm pretty sure she probably got some shoes from him before. Mm-hmm. So that wouldn't be like a surprise.
But no, his plug fell off. He had a different plug. It's like me and you and T don't got the shoes. And then I called like another girl that I'm dating somebody else. I called my girlfriend like, hey, look, don't you still work, blah, 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 this and the third. That's out the blue. I'm now like fumbling, looking for people.
I still wouldn't be mad. And if I did that to her and I felt like she would probably be mad, I'd probably just buy me and her a pair of shoes. So that way she would check them. So now it would look like I was going in for both
of us. What was you saying, Siobhan?
No, I was just saying, he focused on them shoes and trying to get the plug and all that kind of stuff. So it's not that big of an issue. Just tell me afterwards because you focus right now.
So if it comes out like T said, if it comes out from your friend, like I seen Charlie the other day, man, he came past, he wanted the new Jordans. Like, is that a problem? Because T that's a problem.
So not really, because I gotta know my man. It's like, men, y'all be forgetting stuff. Be like, babe, you tell me you went by so and so and got the shoes. He be like, yeah, man, I forgot. Just
I like your attitude,
absent-minded, sometimes. So it wouldn't be a big deal. Now, if he respond like all sneaky, then that's another thing. But if it's just like it slipped his mind, I wouldn't make no big deal out of it.
I like your attitude.
Somebody called me and cut out my
I can still hear you.
Huh?
We can
I can still hear you, but it's like a delay.
Yeah, could they call me and cut out my daggone? You don't even support my live stream, but you want to call me and talk. Like, that's almost offensive when I see people do that. Like, you don't support my live stream, but man, my people's on here, but you want to call me and have a conversation. Nah, like, come watch me on live. Like,
you said ask your question on here. Let me see. You get your answer, Reggie?
Hello?
Yeah.
We heard you. You came back. Oh, you can't hear us.
He can't hear us.
Yeah, I can, but it's low. Like, anyway, I don't have a problem. At that point, I don't have a problem because, again, regardless of trusting my girl, I trust my friends. Now, understand that all friends are not created equal. Like now, there are a group of friends that's in my inner circle. There are a group of friends that I consider in my outer circle. Now, the group of friends in my inner circle means I trust them with my kids almost. The group of friends that's in my outer circle, I trust them to be who they are. Yeah. Meaning the type of people who they are, I'm cool with who they are because I'm not expecting for me to be in a situation like I would need T. Like I expect T to be. That's why we argue so much when that nigga left me on these bikes.
Oh
because I expect certain things from certain people.
I didn't leave you. I ain't leave you. You don't follow directions.
And
I was John's
you know
I can't even hear you that good, so I don't even care. So I expect certain people. I expect certain people to do certain things. So if she contacts somebody in my inner circle, then I'm cool with that because I trust them. Now, if she contacts somebody that she kind of know, like became friends with from me just taking her around my neighborhood, or oh, we do what's name, or we go on trips, and she went on a trip and she ended up everybody exchange Facebook and Instagram. Then yeah, I need to know that immediately afterwards. Like, yeah, man, I talked to George, he got me, oh, okay, yeah, not a problem. Man, if it was T, it's like, oh, okay, like, no matter who or how I find out, it's like, okay, I trust them. Yeah, yeah.
One day, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this bike story that Reggie
we already told it.
It ain't going to be today, but I'm going to tell y'all.
He ain't tell it on here.
I'm going to tell it on here, and this going to be the be-all, end-all, or whatever the hell it's called.
It's going to take the whole hour.
Because of Reggie, it's going to take an hour. It's open and shut with me. But yeah, that's
Quiet as kept said, nah, chill, hands down. If it's frivolous related to relationship issues, hell no. He says she acted up about shoes. It's an issue. Big Tokyo says, like, yeah, but Lippy 89, yeah, you have to tell me later at least. DB2 laughing, Miss Nana laughing. Hey, Jesse. Quiet as kept said, if it's a shoe person, it's normal. Gained up T, no funny. These shoes for everyone. DP2 says, so what you're saying, he needs to pretend to be absent-minded. No. Yeah, he probably got it. It's not laughing. Curtis can't say, yeah, no random links.
Okay, well, let me ask y'all this. This is not a question, but I'm just, what's the name? The situation that happened was about shoes, but what if it was something else? Is it anything that at this point, I mean, other than of course, the known, but is there anything that person could have went to your friends for, where you feel like, let's say, I'm trying to figure out something that they could have went to your friends for that you felt like, nah.
Money.
The hook up with their other friend.
I guess those would be the only, but that's already like a medium egregious, like, yeah. Okay. This is a funny one. So, a couple again been dating for some time, and she ended up I should have got the names of the people, but I'm gonna just say Jane and John Doe because I ain't got the names down. So Jane and John Doe been dating for a time. Jane actually got into an argument with her girlfriend about some money she owed. Her and her girlfriend said some things that she shouldn't have said. It exploded, and they cut all ties. John's birthday comes up. She takes John out to a club, and they're earlier, small, this and the third. She takes him to a club. John actually goes to the bathroom. On his way back, she noticed that he's seen the individual, the girl that she fell out about, and gave her a hug. She didn't want to bring it up because it was his birthday and she was just trying to get the night over with, this and the third. So a day later, after they go home and enjoy themselves, a day later, she actually brought it up. She actually told him she was mad because she felt like she cut the chick off, so you should cut her off too. His only defense was, you should have brought this up last night when it happened. Now, my question to the group is this. When dating, when cutting a friend off, do you expect for your mate to give this person the same cold shoulder to cut them off just like you cut them off, Siobhan?
Wait. What are we in high school? Like, no. What I understand. If I cut someone off, my mate didn't have anything to do with that. So if they were cool, y'all can be cool. Just don't bring that chick over here. I was like, don't bring her over here. Like, y'all, no, you hug her and then you keep walking, and that's it. So I wouldn't do that though. That's silly to me.
T.
Listen, I'm gonna speak from experience. Fellas, if your mate cuts this person off, cut them off too. Right? I don't care about none of that Siobhan saying. Cut them off too. Alright? So you don't gotta go through nothing. Alright, because it is an unwritten rule that you supposed to, if they not friends, you not friends, because you are her friend. You not her friend, you her friend. You with her, you not with her. So just follow suit, my brothers. Follow suit. That's all I gotta say about that. Just don't do it.
T, well, let me ask you this. Do your girl gotta cut off anybody that you cut off?
Yeah. That's what I've learned. I've learned that you need to do that. So, in turn, I feel like they need to do that too.
Okay.
If me and Rez have a falling out, whoever I'm dealing with, you got a phone number, Rez, right now too. If me and Rez make up, you can make up too.
You know, I had this issue with one of my girlfriends. She broke up with somebody and she wanted me to cut the guy off and not have any communication with him. And I'm like, girl, stop. He didn't do nothing to me. So
He does something to us.
He hurt your friend. You would have feel the pain.
I don't play them kind of games like that. I'm not cutting people off. I might need that.
You might? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel like T. If I cut ties, you cut ties. Like if you cut ties, I don't care if he is a shoe plug. You no longer get them goddamn shoes. You cut ties if I cut ties. Because regardless of what people think, I'm cutting ties. Especially if it's her friend. I don't care how close we got because you and her have been friends for the last 7, 8 years. It's her friend. Now, I'm not saying that I can't help, but we gotta have I gotta have a certain type. Like if I had seen her, I'd be like, oh, let me look. I don't want to be. This is what I'm saying. If I was in the same boat and she came up to me, I'd be like, look, I'm gonna just be honest.
Hey.
I gotta go home with this woman. I don't want to be in the middle of it. So I'm gonna just keep on walking. Because regardless of people acting like, oh nah, I wouldn't have a problem with it, a lot of people will have a problem with it. You was over there hugging that bitch. Like, man, come on, we gotta go through that. Like, you about to mess up. I'ma just politely take myself out of the situation. That's it. That's all I would do. I wouldn't tell her like block me on social. It's just like, hey, I can't. I don't want to be in the middle of it. That's the face I give you. I don't want to be in the middle of it. Let you know, help me.
Hey, Tokyo.
Me.
Tokyo, if my man say cut the water off, I'm cutting the water off. It's just how it got to be.
You gonna cut her off? Okay.
Yeah.
Many times I thought we was gonna have to ride on you, Tokyo.
Oh, Big Tokyo.
You was a little gangster for my man. You was a little gangster. You know what I'm saying?
I still think you beat him.
They got so, hey, Jesse said that's a bit childish. Miss Nana said, nah, I don't feel like anybody should cut a person off because somebody else's feelings. Big Toke says, no, man. Right, Jesse. Rhyme reason, yeah. If I'm done, you done too. Quiet as kept, cut off is cut off. I am reason. I'm going to have to agree. LOL, quiet as kept. I just learned you can everything. we a team. Hey, Jesse, it also depends on the level of disrespect. Miss Nana, YT, what's going to happen when you and a girl break up? You out here cutting people off, then she cut you off.
That's just what it is. How her friend look that she cut off?
DPT said, you and old girl still cool like that. Y'all were before. Siobhan, yeah, we still cool. Like, because she knows how I am. And then she cool with him now too. So it's like I'm gonna cut him off, and now you back cool with him. So
thanks,
yeah.
Hey, Siobhan, how do the friend look who she cut off? Because if she cut me off, I'm gonna circle back around. I'm gonna get a friend. I'm like, man, I ain't never like her any damn. But she made me stop talking to you.
Oh my God!
Help me!
Help me, Miss Nana said that's crazy, damn T. So you gonna cut me off, Holmes? Victoria says, Miss Nana said, why Rez? Why this cap? Yeah, levels. Hey Jesse, and the reason why, because if you snake your friend out, you'll definitely snake me out. Miss Nana says you and T need to cut it out. Siobhan, you're right. They're crazy. Victoria says I'm a lady.
But see, what Nana saying and what Siobhan's saying is coming from that woman's perspective of you're not cutting people off, but we, as me and T, as being men in our later ages, where we done been through all these experience.
I don't know what the hell he talking about.
You in your 30s.
No,
like us being.
It ain't nothing late about it.
No. I'm saying have experience. We're not teenagers. We're not teenagers. We're not teenagers or in our 20s. And we had life experience. That we had some life experience. I'm not 50, nigga. But what I'm saying is, we know that old nonchalant, like, that's all cool. And then we get all the attitude later. All the mood swings, all the looks, all the little side talks, the little side comments, the little, oh yeah, you can hug me now? Nah, you smell like the chick that you look like. What? How you know how she smells? From way up there, like, nah. It is a battle that most men do not want to go through. That's it.
That's what's up.
And you are lying, Nana. T, it's okay. You getting old too.
She getting old too.
Yeah, we all are. We all are.
Now he tried to throw the oldness on me immediately. He not even gonna let me age gracefully. He just throwing it on me.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna ask this question first because Siobhan wanted me to ask this question a couple of weeks ago, but I ain't have time. So I'm gonna ask it today. T wanted me to ask him first because he feel like he might get Trump caught up on it. Now, lately have we known, okay, the great Kevin Samuels passed away, the great Kevin Samuels.
The great Kevin
Samuels. We all know that Kevin Samuels seemed like he was more on the side of men. Most of these podcasts today, they've seen when it's a bunch of women, they're on the side of women. Except when it's Dirk Jackson, which we all know how that turned out. But he seemed like he was all for women. What man Siobhan asked the question is, why is always combative? Why is never anybody having a podcast that's talking about how Black people can get together? How Black people can actually bring it back? Why is always either niggas ain't this or chicks ain't this? Why they never like, hey, we need to do this for we can grow together and move forward as a unit. So T, I'm gonna start with you. What do you believe needs to happen in order for Black people to get that type of mindset?
For one, the conflict brings views, which is gonna bring money. So they're gonna always go against each other. You know what I'm saying? That's that clickbait right there. Two, I feel like a conversation needs to be had because I feel like it's a lot of misconceptions in the Black community about men, about the men and the women. You know how you have like that, all Black women are angry and bitter, and Black men don't protect the Black woman, when in all actuality, it's probably more Black men who protect Black women than there is that don't. You know what I mean? And for ladies, they're not angry. You know what I'm saying? They're more so independent. I guess you could call it that. I wouldn't call it angry. So I just feel like what they should do, they probably should have the people that's advocating for the men and advocating for the women. You know, like how you have the women who advocate for men, saying they're all good men and all that, and have the men who advocate for the women, and they sit down and they have a conversation. I feel like that'll be a good way to get it started and get it going.
Okay. Miss Carter?
I think one of the things that can help bring us together is instead of pointing a finger at each other, pointing it back at ourselves and owning our stuff. Like acknowledging the part that we play in a lot of the relationship breakdowns. Because it's so easy to point the finger and be like, well, he did that to me and she did that. But what about us? Not to say that we're the blame for everything, but it's a lot of times, you know, it's like, dang, you know, I was broken when this happened, or, you know, I was looking at it at from a different perspective, or I wasn't communicating, or just something to own our stuff and talk about the part that we play, as opposed, and if you have both sides doing that, then I think that can be a very healing conversation, because you're acknowledging, you know, your stuff, and then you can apologize to each other on behalf of, you know, Black men, Black women, what they've gone through. And I think just that will be a very healing conversation. And it just shifts the perspective about it. And then they can ask questions, you know, thought-provoking questions, and get answers for a lot of things.
Okay. I agree with both of y'all. I concur. I think one of the things that we definitely got to do is stop with the blame game. But I feel like it's like a, you know, double-edged sword. You got to stop with the blame game, and both parties need to accept their role in the faults that they're doing. And it can't be, oh, y'all do this, but that's why I do that. That is one of the major problems. People accept, it's like a double-handed compliment. Like, people accept their flaws by telling you what you do. Oh, you cheated, so I cheated. Right. No, why did you cheat? You know what I'm saying? You lied, so I lied. You know, you done wrong, so I done wrong. So I think that's where, like I said, these pundits having these podcasts got to get to a point where we like, listen, how are we going to grow together? How can we get both parties to understand the other party? Now, regardless of what people think about Kevin Samuels, I don't think Kevin Samuels was basically against trying to do that. I think he felt like, and based off the women you called, he felt like there were so many women overlooking good dudes based off of one fact, and that was finances. And I think that's what he was trying to get women to actually understand. Y'all overlooking a bunch of good dudes based off of finances, which, like I always say, Black women are doing way better than any nationality when it comes to get money this day and age. So, you know, I think that's where it actually comes in at.
Yeah, and I think too, just talking about how much we appreciate the other and need each other, as opposed to I don't need you, I don't need you. It's like, yes, we do.
That's why I always want to go before her. I was about to say something like that. We need to actually discuss like what we need from each other, not what we expect, but what we actually need. Because I don't think we do that enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the comments, hey, Jessie said, great answer, T. She said, that's a great question. Rami Reason said, yes, Siobhan and T. DP2, simply put, be the change you want to see. Exactly. A healthy relationship starts with you. That's what I think. Big Tokyo says, okay, panel. Hey, Jessie, y'all have great answers. Rami Reason, communication and ownership. Hey, Jessie, accountability. DP2 is not what he was saying. It was how, definitely. Rhyme and Reason preach, y'all. Big Tokyo says, why are people so willing to match energy and negativity but not in good? Right. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think we got time for the next question. T actually sent me a really good video. Now, did you that video you sent me? I'm gonna have to ask. Huh?
It was sent to me.
Was it. It was actually no. I want to ask it. We still got time for the question. Okay, so it's a viral video going out. I'm gonna try to paraphrase real quick. There's a viral video going out. Did you send it to Siobhan too?
I was asked to send it to you, so I just did what the person asked.
Okay. It's a viral video going out where a guy actually proposed to his girl in the car. He's recording it. He actually telling her like, man, what you ain't gonna take the ring? Was she crazy? She's like, look, you trying to propose to me after 10 years. He's like, well, look, man, she was like, I wanted to be proposed to 5 years ago. Not only that, you proposing to me in the car. You ain't even getting no thought to her. They're arguing back and forth. While they're arguing, she's like, you know what? When I get back, I'm about to get my stuff. He's like, you gonna get your stuff because I proposed? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna just get my stuff and leave. So they go back and forth because she's like, he didn't put no effort in. So Siobhan, I guess my only question was, what do you think about that? Is it simply, you know, I guess you'd have had to see the video. I guess I kind of went too fast, but.
So my first thought is, was it a skit? Because, you know, people be doing anything for social media nowadays. So I don't believe it. It didn't look like it. Well, if it wasn't, if she feels like he should have proposed 5 years ago, why did she stay 5 more years? That's my first question. And then if he proposed in the car, like that's the standard that you told him was okay. You still there 10 years later, take the damn ring and go on about your business. Like you didn't act like you wanted to not be there, so go on and take the ring. Now you gonna leave after he done did all that? Like I don't know.
Okay. Because it just came to my head about something. Okay, first of all, right, the ring was nice. First of all, it was a nice ring. It was a really nice ring, Siobhan. Secondly, when she said something about the 10-year thing, he was like, sometimes it take people longer. It might take people 10 years to get to know if they really want to be with a person or not, or get to know the person that they dealing with. That's what his thing was. Then, now that I think about it, the way she reacted, it made me feel like she might have been dealing with somebody on the side. And since he proposed, it make the situation get a little bit more real for her. So now she got to choose. Am I going to marry this dude and leave this side dude alone that's making me happy for these other 5 years that I was in? Or am I going to leave him and just go with the side dude? And I think she choosing to go with the side dude or whatever. That's how I feel about that. Now that I think about it, I'm going to send you the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I honestly thought that she was just doing something. She was just cheating. That's just my opinion.
You said she was just cheating?
She's just cheating. She got somebody else. I feel like she tapped out the relationship some years ago, and she just happened to like still be in the thick of things. Like I'm here, so. But like you said, I feel like she had somebody else on the side. Because for her to up and say she about to get her stuff, like this nigga over here is just great. It just seemed too much. Granted,
I feel like he could have waited till they pulled over and went somewhere and got down on one knee.
Yeah.
Instead of he was driving and was like, "Will you marry me?"
She was driving. He was beside her, like had the ring like this.
And he's almost like trying to handle the ring. Now let me tell y'all this: I have seen situations done like that. Like, babes, look, I got something for you. And she's like, oh my God. But that's somebody who wants to be married at that point. Like, they don't care how it was offered. They just care that you've done it. Like, and it's a lot of people like that. I don't think we've done that conversation that much justice. I think I want to do it again so we could really look at the video. But I know we don't have too much time. So it's the Dating 101 card game. 101 questions you need to ask yourself about dating. Even though these are based off asking yourself, I still feel like you need to ask yourself in front of a partner. If you're just trying to get back into the dating field, these are the greatest cards to get for you to understand what you need to realize before you date.
And these are new cards. They are not.
These are new cards.
So y'all getting a sneak peek.
These are new cards in what's name. So it's like
those cards will actually help you figure out what we need to do as men and women to get along better.
Yes.
Okay,
we got 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get you. Oh, you want to read the comments real quick? We got more time.
Go ahead.
Okay. How do all the questions are based off I? So because it's really about asking yourself. But I'm going to ask this question: how do I act when I'm stressed, and how does that impacts my relationship, Miss Siobhan?
When I am stressed, I go inward, and I don't really talk a lot because I'm in my head. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't really want to talk, so I get distant. And that impacts my relationship because it shuts my partner out and they may not know what's going on. I'm not communicating until after I figure things out and my stress levels have gone down. So that's not a good thing, but I notice that's what I do.
Okay. T?
I do the same thing. Maybe even a little worse. Like I go into a shell when I'm stressed out. I might mention that I'm stressed, but I still won't talk about why I'm stressed because I'm trying to figure it out in my mind first before I even bring it to the table. Um, and it definitely will affect me and my partner's relationship at the time because they're gonna feel like I'm carrying them when I'm really not. I'm just trying to figure things out on my own.
Mm-hmm. I think we all do the same. I think that it actually everybody kind of go inward. I'm not a lasher out over something like that. I'm not going to come complain to you. I should have kept the card up though. I'm not going to come complain to you. I'm not going to come talk to you about it. It all depends on why I'm stressed. If you got that on the reason why I'm stressed, I might, because that's the truth. You might be the reason I'm stressed. So I might distance myself just from you. Just from you, I need to be away from because you're stressing me out. Like that, it happens in relationships. So it all depends on why I'm stressed. If it's a job, I don't have. I want to talk about it. If it's you, I want to separate myself from it. Like if it's life, I wanna do something to not have me think about what all that other stuff. So it all depends on different levels of based off why I'm stressed, basically.
Yep. So
Did they answer the question?
So hey, Jesse said that's my toxic trait as well. Siobhan Big Toke says my misery doesn't like company. Hermit mode. Quiet as kept said in dating we cool, yet in dating to materialize I can't deal with it. Hey, Jesse says right to Big Toke. And Quiet as kept says we married or not, gang or gang members.
So we at the end, of course, we had everybody. Thanks for all the comments again. Get the Dating 101 card games. 101 questions you need to ask yourself before getting into the date. Also, the Dating 101 card game. The cards that you take on your first date when you need to get to know somebody. Then after you get to know them, get the Dating 101 after card game. These are the ones, after dark, these are the ones you really want, especially the fellas. Y'all want to be at the phase where she want to play these with you. When you at the phase where she want to play these with you, you know it's going down, man. So get these cards, man. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for everybody, man. Of course, we'll be back next week. We appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Join us every Monday at 9 p.m. on IG Live for Homeboys Conversation After Dark with Dating 101 card game. And make sure you like, comment, and share.